Hello everyone, now I hate to keep doing these Roblox update videos, they do get very tiresome, but there have been a lot of changes that Roblox have been announcing and rolling out over the past week that I feel does impact everyone playing ERLC and roleplay games in general, so I kind of did want to address the elephant in the room, some may say. Either way, we're going to start with the good changes and then very quickly move on to the bad ones. If you do enjoy, make sure to subscribe and let's get started. Right, we'll begin with some updates to age restrictions on the platform. And this is, well, kind of good, I suppose. Experienced moderators will soon be able to view all chats regardless of age group. Chats sent by moderators will still not be seen by any users outside of the age groups, and obviously this does include the game owner. And this only includes games that they are moderators for. So if we take a look at this post here, released just a few days ago, late last week, you can see Roblox announced quite a few updates to age verification, none of which being the fact that they're removing it, unfortunately, but I mean some changes that are good, kind of. We're just going to skim through these quickly because I mean, there isn't really too much to talk about with this in relation to ERLC, but prevent users from being placed in the incorrect age group either by buying an account or having someone else complete an age check. So they're definitely trying to crack down on that. If you didn't see, a few weeks ago, a lot of people started selling Roblox accounts on eBay. They were very quickly taken down because it does violate TOS. But yeah, apparently Roblox wasn't a big fan of that, and so they're trying to roll out some features to restrict that from happening. Chat with friends and family across age groups in Experience Chat. I thought that was already a thing, but apparently not. Easily add trusted connections. So if you don't know, trusted connections are basically when you add someone through their phone number or you scan a QR code, and then you can add them as a trusted friend and talk to them regardless of age groups. Creators want to maintain civility in their community across all age groups. So in March, creators will be able to give moderators permission to read all Experience chat messages for all users regardless of age band they're in, which is very interesting. So I'm guessing there's going to be a permission toggle on maybe group roles. I always did see that as a very big flaw with this. The fact that game moderators and community managers and owners of games couldn't even see what players were saying, whether that was to moderate them or just interact with them. So moderators still won't be able to talk to people outside of the age group, but they will be able to see their messages. I'm curious if ERLC will enable this and if I'll get access to this permission as well, because that would be very useful, being able to see all of your messages on streams and all of my recording team messages in a server. So yeah, I'm curious to see that one, but we got to wait a bit, unfortunately, in March. I'm not sure why they're not rolling out sooner, but who knows? Anyways, some other changes: coordinate gameplay safely across different age groups, blah, blah, blah. Creator-driven preset communication messages, allowing you to create custom quick chat or message wheels. We'll share more guidance in the next couple of weeks on some important considerations when building this type of system. That's an interesting one. I mean, it could be kind of useful. Like, I'm trying to think. If ERLC was to implement it, I'm going to assume it would be something like the microphone panel here in the bottom right, where basically all of these are pre-recorded voice lines. You can click them and they'll come out of the PA. So I'm guessing that's how it would work, or if they meant a radial menu, scroll down here and activate this, it would be something like this, where there's a bunch of preset text options like get out of the car, hands up, or I surrender. I really don't know. But then, yeah, they'll just pop up above your head in chat. That's going to be a very interesting thing to see. We're still going to be limited with how much we can say if they give us, you know, some presets. Actually, this reminds me of the radio, the quick radio in ERLC, where you've got a couple of different preset radio messages, en route, for example, and then it just puts it in the radio. So it'd be something like that. Just appears over your head like a normal text bubble. So this is a pretty good update. Acoustic simulation has just rolled out and can now be used in any published experiences. So this means you can use it outside of a studio test environment. This was announced in RDC back in September. I did cover it briefly back then, but it is now able to be rolled out in games and actually tested. So with acoustic simulation, any 3D audio admitted, including audio assets, voice chat, and or character sounds will now behave similarly to the real world. This is a really, really big change, to be honest, especially for voice chat. So sounds will be muffled by structures, bend around corners, and echo off the environment. Create a room that blocks noise when you close a door. Make a winding hallway where users can hear foes from around the corner. Whatever this means. Sculpt a large stone cave that echoes emitted sounds. So that's pretty cool. They attached a video as well, which shows you can go and check it out if you want as well. But essentially, when you're outside, sounds aren't going to echo as much. You know, they're going to get lost a bit. But when you go inside, there's going to be a bit more reverb. They're going to echo around the room a bit. And sounds from outside are going to be muffled. So if there's cars going down the street, if there's sirens outside, they're going to be muffled because of the walls. So honestly, it's pretty cool change. This is definitely one of the cooler updates, especially for voice chat. The fact that you can't just hear someone through 3 walls will be a massive change for roleplay. So hopefully we'll see this roll out in a future ERLC update. Again, it can be now published, so yeah, I guess it's up to the devs to test this out and see how they can implement this properly. Okay, with all the good updates out of the way, we now move on to the ones that just honestly confuse me. I genuinely don't understand how Roblox benefits from this update, so let's just go and read the tweet. By the end of February 2026, so just over a month, all classic heads and faces on Roblox will be converted to dynamic heads with animated faces. Roblox is taking down all faces. They plan to take down any face which doesn't move by March the 3rd and delete them from your inventories on June the 15th. As you can see, people like this who own groups with when they upload, a bunch of custom UGC faces, all of these will be deleted, basically. Deleted both from the marketplace and your inventory if you purchased it. Here's a full dev post completing the dynamic head migration. Now you may remember, I think this was back in 2023 or something, Roblox rolled out dynamic heads. And we all thought they were a bit goofy, a bit funny. Some people generally do like them and use them. There definitely is, a target audience for them. But I think the majority of ERLC players, I'm going to say at least 85% of ERLC players do not use dynamic heads or faces. Like me, we just want our classic faces. That's fine for us. We don't need our face moving when we talk. That's all we need. But yeah, so Hi Creators bringing Roblox classic heads and faces into compliance, aka deleting classic heads for absolutely no reason. Okay, down here we've got the original classic head and the updated dynamic head. I mean, it looks slightly better quality, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, cool, wonderful. What on earth am I looking at here? Okay, that's genuinely kind of creepy. Okay, good stuff. And whatever this is. Okay, good. As you can see though, this post got 56 likes and 2,700 comments. That's a crazy ratio, by the way. Yeah, I genuinely do not see a reason why they need to remove 2D faces. Like, what does Roblox gain by forcing every player to use a dynamic head? Alright, I've got some weird stuff in my inventory, but if we go to head and body, and then we go to heads, so these are all the new ones that Roblox wants us to use. And if we go to classic faces, these are all the ones that are going to basically be morphed out. So all the classic faces and classic heads, these are all gone, essentially. What on earth? Why do I have these in my inventory? Jeez. Anyways, so yeah, for example, Joyous Surprise. This is the one I use on my avatar, right? I look pretty chill, pretty happy. This is good. I like my avatar like this, right? But if I go ahead to heads and we go and put on the equivalent, the dynamic head version of this, the Joyous Surprise. Let's just take a look at this, for example. Why Roblox? Why? Oh, what on earth did you? Why? Look at this. I look so goofy. What's the little grin on my face? So yeah, essentially, all of the classic faces and heads will be removed, both from your inventory, I believe late in June, and removed from the marketplace late next month or at the end of February. So yeah, I genuinely don't understand how this benefits anyone in any way, shape or form, but there you have it. Look at that. So this is what I look like with a dynamic head. Why are my eyes so high up? They're clipping over my glasses here. Also, I'm blinking. Like, Why am I blinking so fast? And yeah, you can literally see inside my mouth. Again, I know dynamic heads are not new. It's just, apart from using them, testing them out when they were originally introduced, I haven't touched dynamic heads in like 2 years. But why? Why can't we just keep our classic heads and classic faces? Why does everyone need to be forced to use these? Alright, anyways, there's your news update for today, or I guess over the last few days. A lot, again, has been going on, both good and bad, mostly bad to be perfectly honest, but there you have it, Roblox for you. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. I'm sure we'll be getting some more Roblox updates soon that will both positively and negatively impact our experience, but for now, nothing's really changing with the age restrictions, at least for the moment, and yeah, rest in peace to classic faces. Generally do not understand why they need to be removed. Alright, take care, have a good one, I'll see you in the next one.